Now that we have configured our food database, so let's see how to enter the daily food consumption. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this data management. Within that, I am selecting upload data, and within upload data I'm going to click on upload daily food consumption. As soon as I do this, I get a menu like this. So I select the date for which I want to upload my food. I have done this. Now I select the type of meal I want to enter. I want to enter dinner. Let's say the time of dinner, I say this is 22:30, and the type of meal I should look from in the database. So I select all meals. This will give me access to all the meals that I have entered in my database. So as soon as I do a submit, what I get is a list of 7 foods, and within each food I have a drop down which lists down all the food that I have entered in my database. So let me select chicken, and I say I have consumed 2 pieces of it, and I have chosen multigrain bread, and let me say I have consumed 3 pieces of it. So once I have selected these 2 foods, I go and check out these check boxes. So my selection is complete now, and as soon as I do a submit, what I get is my food is entered in the database, and also it shows my consumption. So this dashboard shows I have consumed chicken, and I have consumed 2 multigrain bread. In addition to this, it also shows me a dashboard in which what is seen is that I have till now, till dinner, I have consumed about 1300 calories and 112 grams of carbohydrates. So I am well within my limits of 1600 and 180 grams of carbohydrate, 1600 calories and 180 grams of carbohydrates. So everything is green here. Had I exceeded my limits, it would have immediately warned me about the excess, and these things would have been mentioned in red. Now let us see how do we enter the blood glucose values. So I go to data management and I select upload data. I select upload blood glucose. So the moment I do this, I come across this blood glucose menu, and let's say I enter 100 and I enter it for a value which is after dinner. So the dinner I just entered, for this I have checked blood glucose, and let's say I did this 2 hours, somewhere around 2400 hours. The moment I do this, my blood glucose values are entered, and what happens is that the software detects that the value of blood glucose that I had entered is less than the average blood glucose I have recorded for the past 3 months for this event, which is after dinner. So it immediately points out that I had consumed chicken and multigrain bread. Because of this, the blood glucose value is pretty less, and it says that the total consumption of calories is 464 and carbohydrate 42. So these are the things, this is the kind of meal which keeps my blood glucose under check. And also it plays out a audio message congratulating me on this fantastic achievement. So the software immediately gives you that this kind of food is beneficial for me. Let's see what would have happened if my blood glucose value was towards the higher side. So let's enter 190, select after dinner, give some time, say 2400 hours, and do a submit. As soon as I do this, what happens is that it detects that my blood glucose in the at the event after dinner is 10% more higher than the last 3-month average. So it immediately points out that the meal I had was not good for me, and it has increased my blood sugar, and it immediately plays out an audio warning that I should check what I have eaten, because this has caused my blood glucose to go up. So in this way, it immediately points out the food which has not worked for me. Let's see how do we upload our pictures. So again, go to upload data, and here you will find upload photo. Select the file that you want to upload as your picture on this particular date. So whatever picture you select, it will go, when you submit, it will go into the database. On the same date, if you upload your weight, then what happens is that the software forms an association between your weight and your picture that you have uploaded. So it will always associate the picture and weight and use this information whenever it is required. Let's do an upload weight. So I again go to the upload data, I select upload weight, and what I do is I enter 56 kilos. So the moment I do this, what it detects is that I have lost weight, and in fact I have lost more than 2% from the last recorded lowest. And what it shows is that it congratulates me on this weight reduction, and it says that during my highest weight I look like this. So it's a good thing that from this position I have come down. And what it does is it asks me for a latest photograph, so that it keeps a memory of this picture and weight. So if you want, you can choose a particular file. Let's say I choose thin, and when I submit, what happens is this picture of mine is uploaded and an audio message is played out congratulating me on this weight loss and coming back to shape. Let's see what will happen if I gain weight. So right now within the system there are two weights of mine. One is 90 kilograms, which is this particular picture, and another is 80 kilograms, which is a more athletic picture of mine. So let's see, I do a upload weight and I say that from 80 kilograms I have moved to 85 kilograms. So the moment I do this, what happens is that it immediately says that I have gained weight and I have gained more than 2%. And it says that last time what it remembers was that my weight was about 80 kilograms. So it warns me that if I don't watch my weight, I will reach the next higher recorded weight when I was about 90 kilograms and I looked like this. So it acts as the immediate feedback to me as to where I am going, and I could take corrective actions. So it again asks for a picture so that it remembers this event and corresponding weight. So if you choose you can choose not to upload a picture, or you can choose to upload. So moment you submit, there is an audio warning. Let's see the other uploads. So let's talk about the upload exercise. So I choose this upload exercise data within upload data, and I select this. So I select the date, I entered the duration of exercise, say about 35 minutes, and I choose the type of exercise as walking at the rate of 5.5 kilometers per hour. The moment I do a submit, what happens is that it shows the total amount of exercises I have done during the day, and it shows me the calories burnt during this exercise. So that's on upload exercise. The other uploads are pretty much straightforward. So each menu will take you to the corresponding type of upload. Let's say medicine. So you enter the name of the medicine intake quantity and medicine dosage, and do a submit. This will upload the medicine data in the database. Other things are blood pressure data and your lab reports. So in this way, your all the different types of data can be uploaded in the database. Once you have uploaded all your data, it can be displayed by selecting data management, manage my data, and display past data. It brings you to this kind of menu. So let's see, I want to see my blood glucose. So I select a past date, I select the blood glucose reading, and I submit. So it asks me the type of event I want to see. So there are various events like breakfast, before breakfast, wake up, after breakfast, and so on. I select all, so it will give me all the readings of glucose that I have taken, with the date of measurement and the time and the event and particular comments that I had entered. Similarly, I can see other data as well. For example, if I want to see the insulin intake, I do this, I enter, and it will show me all the insulin and the time I had taken them. So display gives you the various displays you the various data that you have entered in the system at various points of time. So it's very handy when you are visiting your doctor. You can take either a printout of this to show to your doctor, or on a smartphone it's easy to access this on internet and display this to your doctor. The display of weight is a little bit more interesting. So the moment you display your weight, what happens is that the software not only displays your weight table, but it also detects what was the highest weight during this time, which was 90 kg, and it displays the corresponding picture and says I look like this. And it also goes to the lowest weight in the entire date range and brings out the corresponding picture that you had uploaded. So let's say I was 80 kg, and it shows what I look like during that time. The program also has a provision to delete data. So that's under the data management, manage my data, and delete data. So within delete, you can delete all the possible things like blood glucose, weight, food consumption, photos, insulin, medicine, exercise, blood pressure, and lab reports, your previous lab reports. So this gives you a handy interface to delete the data which you feel has was wrongly entered or you don't want anymore.